Hello, everybody. Welcome to Something Scary Live. I am Sapphire. Sorry, I'm sharing an Instagram story really quick. Starting a few minutes early because we got a lot of stories to get through. So I'll just wait for y'all to trickle in. Hey, Jaden Connors, the first Star the Rainbow Llama, Cheetah Too Fast for You. I recognize some of your guys' names. Thanks for coming back every week. Patricia Galindo, Virus X, Ellie DeChild, Cringe Fast Spastic Ocean, Eden Burrito, the Triggered One, Call Me Lunar. How are you guys doing on this happy Wednesday afternoon? I, for one, am dying in this very hot office, so if you hear like a whirring noise, I'm very sorry. It's just one of my many fans that are on to keep me, not dying. Um, so today's theme is family horror stories. I actually felt really weird making that thumbnail just because like I felt like I was accidentally cursing my family in a way because it's one of my old family photos, but I hope I'm not cursing them because that'd be bad. But I think in order to do that I have to have the intention, right? Like if I was like crossing out their faces and then like saying some sort of spell or something. Anyways, we already got some super chats coming in. Hello, FoxyFan27, thank you. Samantha Loves, hey Snarled. Spastic Ocean, I am so excited. Gyre, I don't know. Radford, hey, you are great. Whoa, how did you do those like cool characters? That's cool. Anyways, so first things first, Something Scary Live is every Wednesday, 4:30 Pacific Standard Time, right as it says right there. So make sure you're subscribed to Snarled so that you get alerted whenever I go live. And today's stories are from Terrica, Max, Grimma, Forever Luna, and Jaden. If you want to submit a story to the live stream, you email them here, somethingscary@snarl.com. And when you email me, try to give your subject heading a bit of try to make it descriptive because insider tip, if your subject line is blank or if it just says my scary story, like something generic like that, I skip over it. I look at the subject lines and I look at like which one like grabs my attention first, or which because I'm looking for stuff that like falls under a theme. So if yours doesn't say anything descriptive, then oopsies, I'm gonna skip over it. So be descriptive with your subject lines, please. It'll only help you. It'll help all of us. Anyways, what else? Oh, and also here's my social media thingies. You can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Awkward Sapphire or Sapphire Sandalo on YouTube and Twitch, and then my Facebook is sapphiresandalo.official. And I believe those are all the things. Oh, not yet. Also, I don't know if you've noticed, but Snarled is like so close to 1 million subscribers, like less than 100,000. I don't know where we're at right now. I think we're like 921,000 or something, which is insane. So that's so close to 1 million. So if you like our content, if you like what you see, oh god, I hate this. Yeah, tell your friends, share it, share the things. Tell people about Snarled, help us get 1 million because that would be so dope. What else? Oh, and there's also merch. If you look beneath the video, beneath my face, there should be links to Slatrix, Snarled, and Something Scary merchandise if you so choose to purchase. So, we got some more super chats. Oh my goodness. Cinnamon Anglesby. Oh, thank you for the $5 super chat. I believe you are in the lead. Tell Rachel I say hi. Love you, Sapphire. Have a nice day/afternoon/night. Oh, thank you. Hope you have a great day too. Maxine Cartfield. Oh, there goes Jure Radford again. You just go download font key. Not going to do that. Shady Wolf Girl. I love watching your videos as I animate. Oh, awesome. You're an animator too. I would love to see your stuff. Maybe I'll look it up later. Anyways, you guys ready for some stories? All right, let's start with a riddle. I haven't done a riddle in a while just because, I mean, to be completely honest, it's kind of hard to find good ones. I feel like I've used them all or they're not that great. This one's not even like a riddle. It's just kind of like something spooky dukes. All right, here we go. It's called Birthday. Oops. Oh, Sophie Durkee for with that $9.99 super chat. That's currently the amount to beat if this is a contest, which it's not. All right, here's the riddle. A little girl was invited to her friend's birthday party. After blowing out the candles and eating the cake, the children went out to play in the garden. The little girl's mother stayed in the kitchen talking to the other adults. They could hear the kids screaming and shouting as they played outside. The little girl came running into the house. There she is now, said her mother. It's her birthday next month. Tell everyone how old you're going to be. The little girl smiled and held up 4 fingers. All of the adults stared in horror. Okay, that's it. So let that one sink in. And then if you guys don't get it by the end of the stream, I will tell you the answer. Oh my goodness. Shady Wolf Girl, tell us some stories. I am Shady Wolf Girl. Calm down. Jalen Chacheri. Hey, Sapphire, I have a story that will turn you pale. All right, well, if that's the case, how about you send me an email at somethingscary@snarls.com. Make an interesting subject line, and then I'll read it. All right, here we go. First story from Terica. I've never heard of anyone named Terica. It's like Erica with a T. It's very cute. Okay. Hey, Sapphire, my name is Terica, and I would like to tell you a story my mom told me when I was like 16. So my mom told me that when she was 13, she lived in Mississippi in the 80s. My mom was with her mother and her sisters and her baby brother at the time, and they were headed to, I don't know how to say this, Yazoo, Mississippi, to attend a church. When they got there, the church sat on a hill, and next door to it was an old cemetery. I'm terrified of cemeteries, honestly, but one of the children there asked my mother and her siblings if they wanted to see something. They all said, yeah. So he took them into the cemetery, and he showed them a grave. The grave was pretty old, and it had chains around it, and it looked like the ground was breathing. The legend was that there was a witch that lived in Yazoo, Mississippi, and she was so evil that the sheriff chased her into the woods and killed her. And she vowed before she died, I curse this town with fire. The townspeople buried her and placed chains around the grave to keep the witch from rising. They say that if you take the chains off of the grave, the witch will rise from the dead, taking revenge for her death. Years passed, and the city of Yazoo, Mississippi caught on fire, just as the witch predicted before she died. They were able to stop the fire, but a lot of town folk lost their homes. I thought my mom was joking just to scare me and my big brother until I decided to take a trip back to Mississippi. And sure enough, my mom wasn't joking about the grave. Still to this day, the grave is covered with chains, and the head marker is upside down with the witch's book placed on it, and the ground looks as if it's breathing. Thank you, Terica, for sharing that. Is anyone watching right now from Mississippi? Does anyone know about this legend? Because that'd be kind of cool. And also, am I saying Yazoo right? Yazoo! It's spelled like Yahoo, but with a Z instead of an H. Did we get more super chats? Shady Wolf Girl, I'm going to tell my friends about you. I know you don't mean that as a threat, but that sounds like a threat for some reason. I'm going to tell my friends about you. But please, tell your friends about me. Cinnamon Inglesby, her finger was cut off. Close. That's close. Actually, I don't know. There's like 2 answers to the riddle, but there's one answer that I prefer better. So that's going to be the right one. Anyways, let's see who's here. Drew's Defenders from Minnesota. Simon Kids, you're watching from Mississippi. Did I say Yazoo right? Yazoo. Rainbine plays Roblox. Can we see the doggos, please? Doggos are in the other room sleeping, laying next to the fan because it is hot in here. So, sorry, no doggos today. Oh, Cinnamon Inglesby. Oh my, such chills, much creepy. Emily, can you repeat the riddle, please? I will repeat the riddle again at the very end of the stream, so make sure you stick around. Oh God, sorry. Something went in my eye and that was great. Anyways. All right, ready for your next story? Here we go. This one comes from Max. Sorry. Something went in my eye. I was about 4 to 5 years old living in Thailand because that was where my mom was born. I lived with only my mom, who was a really religious Buddhist. I was living in an apartment near a school, and this apartment had a lot of land. I kept waking up in the middle of the night looking out the window to see a silhouette of a humanoid figure. One day, my neighbors were having a barbecue in the front, so I joined and asked my mom to come. But she said, "No, I'll take a nap here. You go have fun." The barbecue was on from about 9 p.m. to 1 in the morning, and I thought my mom would still be napping. I walked back in the apartment and noticed a shadow move away. So I screamed for my mom on the couch, but she didn't wake up. I kept shaking her to wake up, but that's when I realized the blanket was red with blood. I looked over her body, but she had no stab wounds. Later on, the neighbors called the ambulance and took her to the hospital. After weeks in bed, she was feeling a lot better. After that, we started to move back to Scotland and never really spoke of that day again. Yeah, dude, Max. So that's pretty crazy. So there was blood all over the blanket and there was like no wounds on your mom. So then where did the blood come from? Also, but I'm glad your mom's okay. Thank you, Max, for sharing that story. All right, this next one comes from Vietnam, from somebody who calls himself Grima. Oh. OMG3 asks, Saf, would you read a story if I send it to you on Instagram? Not like make a bid, but I have 2 stories I think you'll like. So I do get a lot of messages on Instagram. You're more than welcome to message me, and my name is right here, Awkward Sapphire. The only thing with that is I don't check my DMs that much. I check the email a lot more frequently, mainly because it's just easier when I'm writing out the scripts and stuff. It's easier for me to copy paste from an email than it is from an Instagram DM. So if you want me to actually read your stories, I highly prefer you email me. But you can also DM me. You can do that, but I may not read it. Basically. Okay, cool. Awesome. All right, next story comes from Grima. Not her real name, but I think that's a cool name. Hi, Sapphire. I'm from Vietnam, and I have a 100% true spooky story. It's not that spooky, but I think it's an interesting story. I would love it if you can tell my story in Something Scary Live. You can call me Grandma. Okay. Enough backstory on that. I had an uncle who had passed away in 2012. In the Vietnamese culture, you must have an altar in your house dedicated to your ancestors or family members who had passed away. In order to show respect to them, you would pray and put dishes of food on the altar on special occasions. Then you bring them down and eat them afterwards. An example can be the Vietnamese New Year. One time, my mom was putting the dishes of food on my uncle's altar. It was a special occasion, and there was a plate containing only chicken meat, and it was the only plate that had chicken in it. That night, my mom went to sleep and had a strange dream. It was strange because my uncle was in it, and it had been 2 years since his death, and my mom never dreamt about him. In the dream, my uncle just stood there staring at my mom. He then smiled a warm, friendly smile at her and said, in Vietnamese, "Thanks for the food. It was good. Love the chicken, by the way." My mom was quite surprised, but she quickly realized she was dreaming as my uncle had passed away. She then proceeded to ask, "What do you want for tomorrow?" And my uncle answered, "Pork meat." My mom woke up immediately. She then came to me in my sister's room and told us the story. She told me that this is probably the most vivid dream she has ever experienced, and that she's going to put a dish of pork meat on my uncle's altar in hope of a reply. P.S. I love your channel. I've always loved researching about the paranormal, urban legends, and creepy stories, and your channel makes everything easier. Oh, yay. Good to hear, Grima. Cool. So, yeah, I love stories like that where there's a little bit of, like, family tradition or, like, cultural tradition. Is anyone watching right now from Vietnam or Vietnamese, or who, like, does this practice where you have, like, an altar dedicated to old or dead family members? A lot of cultures do this. It's very similar to like the ofrenda, like in Coco. My family doesn't do that though. We just have, we have like a Santo Nino, which is like a little Jesus. And then I don't think we put photos of our dead ancestors there though. Anyways, anyone from Vietnam? No. Okay, there's a bunch of Vietnamese people in the chat, not from Vietnam though. That's fine. Sophie Durkee, thank you for the super chat. I love you so much. I'm obsessed with creepy. Oh, thank you. Jiray Radford. I'm so sorry. I keep saying your name wrong. I'm sure I'm saying it wrong. Jiray. I just want to say that you were great. Oh, you're great too, Jiray, if I can ever freaking pronounce the name right. Cinnamon Anglesby. Oh shit, I was close. Riddles hurt my brain. Awesome. Okay, well, if you want to find out the answer to the riddle, stick around to the end of the stream. I feel like now is a great time to remind any of you who have joined. There's a new episode of Something Scary up. Have you guys all seen it? It's up. I posted it yesterday. So after the stream, go check it out if you haven't. It is a fan-submitted story about this girl named Lizanne who keeps having blackouts. And in those blackouts, she keeps seeing this little boy, and he keeps basically trying to like get her to hurt herself. So it's pretty spooky dukes, and it's a long one. So go check it out after the stream. Peyton the Donut, thank you for that 99-cent super chat. So far, what is your name? Oh no, it's not there anymore. Sophie Dirk is the leader for the super chats. It's not a contest, but maybe it is. Maybe we'll make it a contest. Oh, Shad Plays. Hi. Hey, I love your self channel. I don't know your name, so may I call you Snarled? Story's too spooky for us. My name is Sapphire. But hello. Thank you for the super chat. Awesome. All right, next story comes from Forever Luna. I didn't know what to call you, so I just used your email name. Oh, yeah, and also, when you guys email me a story, like, let me know what you, like, if I choose your story, what you prefer me to refer to you as. Like, if you want me to use your real name, an alias, your email, your whatever, let me know. Okay, cool. All right, here we go. My mom always had trouble dealing with my older sister, who was about a year older than me. She always did whatever she wanted. Sometimes she'd disappear for weeks, and sometimes she'd sneak in the house late at night. One day, when I was about 15, my mother had enough and told my older sister that if she keeps up with her bad attitude, she would consider kicking her out the house and have her live with my dad. Taking it the wrong way, my sister left to her friend's house and told her and her mom that my mother had kicked her out of the house. Her friend's mom began having a grudge against my mom, assuming that my mom despised my sister, although that really wasn't the case. A while later, we had all gone to a family party. My sister's friend's mother happened to be there, giving my mother the stink eye. My mother decided to ignore her and just enjoy the party. We ate tacos and my cousins danced to Spanish music, and overall, it was a lot of fun. My mom's coworker, who was texting my mother, had asked if she could bring her some food on her way over to work because my mom works the night shift. Since it was almost time for her to go to work, my mom had walked over to the food and packed some food for her coworker. My sister's friend's mom kept glaring at my mother with so much hatred. But my mother ignored her and left the party early so she could go to work. Once at her job, she gave the food she brought from the party to her coworker. She thanked my mother and ate the food, complimenting on how good it was. The next day, my mom's coworker was hospitalized and then died from unknown causes. My mom told me and my siblings what had happened, then told us it was my older sister's friend's mom's doing. She told us that the friend's mom was a witch and figured that the poisoned food was meant for my mother, not her coworker. She then told us that witches who kill someone innocent die shortly after their victims. Then a few days after my mom's coworker's death, we heard that my older sister's friend's mother had passed away from unknown causes. Whoa, that's pretty crazy. I have some questions though. Like, how did you know that she was a witch though? Like, did they tell you? Did you assume that because like she did something, or like, I don't know. It's pretty crazy. Speaking of witches, I don't know if you guys know, but every Wednesday on my personal Twitch and YouTube, I do something called Ouija Wednesday, where I have a friend over, and we talk about like the paranormal, death, and just basically any like spooky stuff, literally anything that's like not nerd culture. And tonight I am having my friend Alex Jolivet over, who is an actual witch. She calls herself like a white witch, I believe. I forget. But I've had her on the show before and everybody loved it because she's super smart and super awesome, and also just a really talented animator and artist. So if you guys want to check that out, 7:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time tonight on my Twitch. So go follow me so you get notified, whatever. Anyways, oh, here we go. More super chats. Jira Bradford. P.S. You see my name like Jira. Okay. Jira. There we go. I got it. Rada Chadari with I don't know what currency that is, but thank you for the super chat. Awesome. All right. So thank you Forever Luna for that story, and I hope everything's okay. I hope that witch didn't do anything else. Witches are not all bad, guys. There's good witches. Okay. Cinnamon Anglesby, sorry for being that one cringy child. Why? What are you doing? All right, here we go. Oop. This is our last story of today. Sorry, I have weird burps. Okay, here we go. This one comes from Jaden. When I was younger, I had a sister named Allie. I was around 8 at the time, and she was about 2. My stepdad was in the military, so that meant he worked from early in the morning to late at night, and he would be away for summers. One summer, my sister would randomly start crying. I didn't think much of it. After all, she was 2 years old. This happened every night, and she wouldn't tell us why she would be crying. I kept asking her, but she'd be too scared to say. One night, she looked at the stairs and started crying and ran to my mother's arms. I asked her again why she was crying, and this time she answered and said, "There's a man on the stairs, and he's staring at you angry, Mommy." I felt bad for her, so I offered to sleep in her room so she wouldn't be scared. She agreed, and we both slept in her room. She fell fast asleep, and I was staring up at the wall. I'm not sure if I was just tired or I actually saw something, but it was a barely visible black humanoid thing, except it was long and skinny, and it was crawling on the ceiling. I figured it was a shadow from the window, so I went to sleep. A few weeks passed. My mother continued to bless the house with frankincense. My aunt was having a baby soon, and they decided to have the baby shower at our house. All my cousins were there, and so I explained to them what was going on, and they offered to help set up. One of my cousins, let's call her Maddie, had a ghost tracking app, the ones that I thought were completely fake. Another cousin, let's call him Kai, took pictures of the home for paranormal activity. Another younger cousin, Leo, looked after Allie. Me, Maddie, and Leo decided we should go up to Allie's room where the paranormal stuff was happening. I decided to ask the app 3 questions. If you're here, move something. The hanger that kept falling down fell again. I sighed. That thing always falls. If you're here, give us a thump. A very faint thump was heard in the distance. I had figured it was someone downstairs. Then I asked my last question. If you're here, give us your name. The ghost tracking app said, Death. After everyone left, I told my mom what happened with the app, and her response was, Death? Why, that means someone in this house will die. I got worried, but figured she was just joking. 2 years later, my mother committed suicide in her bathroom. We moved soon after. Wah! Yeah, so first of all, if that's real, I'm very sorry about your mom. Also, what do you guys think was in the house? That's, ugh. I don't know, man. Like, there's something real about, like, places having, like, vibes that can kind of take over your life. You know what I mean? I don't know. That stuff is real, man. Anyways, Shad plays. Sapphire, I want to create a creepypasta. What do you think of the idea? I created the whole story already. Want me to send to you? Send me an email. It's somethingscary@snarl.com. And say that your Shad plays in the subject line so I know that it's you. Phantom's Angel 216, thank you for the super chat. And thank you, DES, as well. All right, guys. Are you ready for the riddle again? Sarah Paz, your bendy doll moved? No, it didn't. No, it didn't. Stop it. Oh. Phantoms, Angel 216. What's going on with Slate Tricks? They haven't posted anything in a while. And I miss Courtney. I know. Courtney's amazing. So Slate Tricks actually ended a while ago. But you can follow Courtney and Dana and Allie on all of their personal stuff. I don't know it off the top of my head, but please go follow them. They still stream on their own, just not on Slate Tricks, unfortunately. The Witch's Eye. Hi, I'm Maria and I'm a witch. I sent you a story before about me predicting my coworker's death. If it got lost, I'll send it again. Thank you. That sounds really familiar, but feel free to send it again because, you know, things get lost and I don't mind getting things multiple times. You guys are freaking me out. You guys keep saying that the bendy doll is moving. If it is moving, it's because of my fan is moving it. Okay? Stop it. Cinnamon Inglesby. I don't know what I'm doing that's cringe. Also, I boop. What? It like cracks me up what you guys send as super chat sometimes. I'm like, you paid for me to read that. Anyways, how are you guys doing? All right. Well, we have come to the end. Before I read the riddle again and tell you guys the answer, just like a couple really quick reminders. We are so freaking close to 1 million subscribers on Snarled. So please tell your friends, share the channel, share the content with people, tell the world about Snarled, help us reach 1 million because that would be so dope. Also, this show is every Wednesday at 4:30 Pacific Standard Time. And if you want to be one of these people, one of these freaking names, send me an email at somethingscary@snarl.com and make sure you make your subject line very descriptive. Don't leave it blank. Don't just say this is my scary story. Tell me what it's about in the subject line. And that will like make me want to read it even more. That made no sense at all. But please, that's very important to me. I skip over ones that don't have that. So what else? Also, later tonight, so every Wednesday I do this thing called Ouija Wednesday on my personal YouTube and Twitch. So follow me over at Sapphire Sandalo on YouTube or Twitch, whatever you prefer. I prefer Twitch. And it's a weekly talk show where I invite a friend over who's either like really knowledgeable in something paranormal, or just like really into it. So this week I am bringing my friend Alex back, who is an actual witch and a very talented artist. So we're going to talk about witchcraft and nature and death and stuff like that. So if you have any questions for her, come join. It'll be really fun. I promise. She's great. What else is there? I think that's it. Oh, and if you haven't, there's a new Something Scary episode that uploaded yesterday. So if you haven't seen it, go check it out right now. Do it. What are you waiting for? Cinnamon Inglesby, I'll share with my amino friends. I don't know what amino means. You mean like amino acids? I don't know things, guys. All right, I'm going to say bye to all the people that stuck around. Here we go. Neptunic, Melina, Luna, Shaylin, Gaines, Daisy, Obles, Emily Rose, Broken Brooklyn, Kanado Sakamaki, Nico Love, Little Boo Dragon, Elliot the Werewolf, Alicia Jones, Coco Bars, Social Trash Can, Black Paws, Foxy Bubbles. Ooh, it's real fast. Daisy, Shy Dark, Corey Young, Dark Star, Blurry Face, Trippy Teddy, Brianna West, Emma Aguilar, Nathan Nguyen, Kenzie, Nadia Kim. All right, that's all for now. All right, guys, I will see you next week, and I hope to see you tonight on Ouija Wednesday. Come hang out with me. That's it. Bye.